Mr. Chairman, thank each of you for coming here today. I'm very concerned about the renewed actions of the axis of evil that have taken to challenge the United States and Europe and Asia, but also in our backyard here in the Western Hemisphere, threatening the security and independence of our allies throughout the hemisphere. With that in mind, we know that, sadly, that we're in a war we did not choose, of dictators with rule of gun invading democracies with rule of law. It began February 24, 2022, when war criminal Putin invaded Ukraine, and then on October 7, 2023, the puppets of Iran invaded Israel. With that in mind, the Chinese Communist Party continues to challenge the United States economically and diplomatically within the Western Hemisphere, and war criminal Putin continues to push aggressive disinformation and propaganda while continuing mass murder in Ukraine. And war criminal Putin is clearly and obsessed trying to resurrect the failed Soviet Union, oppressing the people of Russia itself, Transnistria, of Moldova, Belarus, while invading Ukraine and the Republic of Georgia and threatening Estonia and the partitioning, again, of Poland. With all of that in mind, Admiral Hosey, right now, 22 of 31 countries of the Southern Command still have a part of the Chinese Communist Party Belt and Road Initiative. It's really reassuring and so positive that Panama has announced they're leaving the Belt and Road Initiative, and we so appreciate our allies and the people of Panama, just great people that understand the threat. With that in mind, Admiral, what are the elements and what is the conduct of the Belt and Road Initiative, and what further resources do you need to ensure that we can continue the trend of pushing the Chinese Communist Party out of the hemisphere?
Congressman, the Belt and Road Initiative continues to portray economic opportunity. We see it a bit differently. We think our partners, by the time they realize what's going on, they've been duped, right? They find themselves with high interest rate loans, more data insecurity, resource extraction. It goes on and on and on. I think we have to deliver by making sure we can have an alternative, right? So whether that's, one thing our partners continue to ask for is our presence, right? They want a security cooperation, but also we can look at raising the profile of our businesses in the region. We need to find a way to have economic investment. I look at the Office of Strategic Capital, DFC, Exim Bank, finding ways that we can deliver for our partners quicker.
Thank you very much. Indeed, that's so important. And I do want to reiterate again how important Panama is and what a great model that can be for other countries of the hemisphere to have their economic independence, to work freely in the world. Joe Guayo, over the past few years, we've seen Russia, China, and Iran continuously extend their reach into the Western Hemisphere. We've seen the Iranian Navy send warships into the Southern Hemisphere along with the Chinese Communist Party, and war criminal Putin continuing to increase military cooperation in the Western Hemisphere, with Russian ships docking in Havana, maintaining the communist Cuban dictatorship. And we, again, can see that his resurrection of the failed Soviet Union includes sustaining the very few murderous allies they have in the world, sadly beginning here in our hemisphere with Cuba. It is the increasing reach and cooperation between our adversaries a growing concern for the Northern Command and our Aerospace Defense Command.
Congressman, it is one of our primary concerns, and that is the increased cooperation between China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea, not only in exchanging weapons and technology, but also in access from which to operate. As I mentioned, the number of incursions into our air defense identification zones over the past year has reached a level that exceeds what it was before the invasion. And if you take the year since the invasion combined, that number of incursions is less than what we had last year, and I expect that trend to continue, and it's a big concern to NORAD and NORTHCOM.
And I'm really grateful that President Trump is addressing the issue of the Iran capability of developing a nuclear weapon. Indeed, with their ICBM capability, what we're talking about is an existential threat to our ally Israel, but also to the United States. And so the regime in Tehran should not be allowed to have a nuclear capability. I yield back.
I thank the gentleman. Chair, and I recognize the gentleman.